I understand that a lot has gone into like minimizing Windows background processes.
Yeah, you want me to talk about that a little bit? Absolutely. So when you use this device, you boot directly into the full screen Xbox experience. And what that means is we're not loading whole parts of Windows. We're not loading the Windows desktop. We're not loading a lot of processes that have nothing to do with playing video games. That saves us around 2 gigs of memory so far. And when you hit this little power button on the top and you go into like an idle power state, we're only drawing about 1/3 of the idle power that we were before we made those changes. We've got a lot more to come. We'll be announcing more and more as the weeks and months go by. And the team has really kind of like built the machine by which we're like constantly now submitting code into Windows. In fact, the woman right next to you on the left, that's her dev team. That's the one who's in charge of all of that.
That's awesome.
So just going to keep improving, and we'll just kind of keep getting to this point where you have the freedom of Windows, able to use everything that's great about Windows, but keeping that kind of console-like simplicity. That's the goal.
So this is an evolving thing then.
100%.
Day one, it may not be as well, corners may be a little rough still.
That's right. I think we'll have gotten farther than most folks thought we would have gotten.
I suspect so.
Right.
Yeah.
But for everybody who's used an Xbox before, before I even joined Xbox, what I loved about Xbox was that it just was constantly releasing updates. It was releasing updates like faster than anybody else. All the time, right?
Yes,
so that's our team, and we have an extensive and fun-filled roadmap that we'll be sharing. So
one thing I saw, right, and when I saw when you guys announced yours, I saw this, and the first thing I thought was, where is that button? First thing I thought was, you guys stole the MSI Claws UI system, because
we worked with them on that too. We worked with them on that. Yeah. So that's our team. Our team worked with MSI on that.
Claw,
great.
It got this.
It got that too. Yeah,
and then I saw the ROG announcement. I'm like, this is how they will all look moving forward. I'm convinced.
Yeah, it's actually got like a pretty full-featured widget platform that people can plug into. But one of the things that we did was we decided to work directly with the OEMs, because so much of this is pretty complicated. You're handling TDP settings, you're doing like real-time performance monitors, all this other stuff. So you kind of want quite a bit. That's nice.
Look at the difference.
yeah, for sure.
That's quite a difference.
That is.
Okay. So all right,
So we're building more and more of these with our OEM friends. Yeah.
So to that point, is there a world where the Claws and all the other various manufacturers could see such integrations as well, or is it just specific? I have nothing
to announce today.
Sure.
That's a great topic of conversation that I would love to chat further about in the future, but I don't have anything for you today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another question I have, and this is very personal to me.
Of course,
When I bought this guy, this one is technically the first handheld Copilot PC. But no one's really giving it that credit because it doesn't do anything with the MPUs.
That's right.
What it does do with the MPUs is it does the whole generative AI, the background cleaning for you, the stuff that generative AI does.
Yeah.
So my question is, until this came out, this was the only thing that had MPUs that could potentially be used.
That's right.
What are we using the MPUs for here?
You're good. So we'll be announcing more on that shortly.
So I won't put you in this tough spot. I'll just say Auto SR, and we can all just agree. We'll move on.
That's right. Features like Auto SR are great features that I think would benefit all gamers. But to me, it's like you want a feature like that, but you don't want it using the main SOC. You want it kind of like
you want MPUs.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
So part of like the trick of this is like how do you essentially bet it forward on the hardware and then say, okay, use cases like that. I want my game still to be at 60 frames a second or more, but I also want these features I don't want to take from that. And so you kind of have to bet ahead on the hardware there.
So question on that.
Yeah.
With that in mind, there are devices that don't have MPUs, right? There are a bunch of Z2s without any MPUs.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
How do they potentially in the future?
That's right. This is part of what you have to work through, right? Like this is part of like you want to be able to say, hey, there's a benefit to these MPUs because they offload those workloads.
I was super excited to hear you guys were specifically putting MPUs into your Z2s. I'm like,
that's right. That's right. But you also don't want to be in a state where you're like a complicated matrix of like what hardware do I need to buy and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So that's part of the needle that needs to be threaded with features.
So again, it's evolving.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now,
we're doing like a little impromptu podcast.
Hey, I have questions I needed to answer. I need answers for, and I appreciate you helping me answer these questions.
Of course.
Oh, you have no idea how happy certain people will be to have some of these answers.
Good.
People will wait. All right. So, one other thing, the screen.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me about why the choice of the 1080p and the 720p differences?
Yeah, like I can't really get into the why on like how the bill of materials all came together.
Yeah.
Why this
I'm talking
and this.
about why that choice, right?
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, what you want to be able to do is you want to have kind of different devices at different price points for different customers.
Okay.
And so then it was like, okay, well, what are essentially the panels that would kind of make that up? And Asus has been really good partners there. This gentleman over here, hey Casey, Casey, could you come here really quick? Great question about how we chose between 1080p and 720p screens across the two devices.
This is coming from a guy with an MSI claw that has a little bit higher. So my question is, why 1080, 720? I understand that usually tends to be the sweet spot where games are played really.
Yeah.
Was that the choice for the narrative to keep it native, or what was the, yeah?
They're both the same display. Okay. So they're both 1080p displays.
Okay.
It's really about what we're rendering the games at.
So the games, so the display's hardware is both the same across the board, but that will render at 720p.
Yeah.
Can you manipulate that, or is that just standard?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna give you the option.
Okay, so that is 720p native default, but you can play with that.
Yes.
Obviously, it's got less SoCs, so
not quite as powerful.
So you may want to stay.
But older games run and look great at that.
Okay, so I understand exactly what you mean. So it is rated for 720p, but you can do what you wish.
Yes.
Excellent.
And they're both 120